Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is taking off, runway 6, Person County.
Person County traffic, Cessna 906 Papa 7 north, maneuver enter left downwind runway 6, Person County.
County traffic, Diamond Star 329 Sierra, about a 5-mile final. GPS runway 6, full stop, person.
Decathlon left crosswind 6, person.
Blue Ridge traffic, Sierra 701 Delta Echo through 2800, departing to the west. Last call, Blue Ridge.
Person County traffic, Diamond Star 329 Delta Sierra on a 3-mile final. Runway 6, full stop, person.
I'm not sure if it's just the volume of his radio, but he seems really quiet.
He is way quieter than he ought to be.
Chester traffic jumpers in the air from 14,000 feet. Do not overfly the airport, Chester traffic.
Person County traffic, Cessna 906 Papa on the 45-degree entry, left downwind runway 6, Person County.
Alpha Zulu, say again your position.
Midfield downwind 04, Salt City.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind, we're leaving the pattern. Person County traffic.
Person County traffic, Diamond Star 29 Delta Sierra, short final 6, full stop, person.
Peter, you're kind of quiet again today.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, you know.
Airport, Cessna Century, Bravo Golf is 10 miles to the southeast. The entry is 45 downwind for runway 13, Blue Ridge.
I've lived in this dry patch for a while.
No. Is there somebody you don't know?
Yeah, there are a few.
Probably people from Blue Line. You know of them, but
Siler City traffic,
know them.
Decathlon 93 Victor, left downwind runway 4, Siler City.
Person County Decathlon 1-mile final. Person County.
Not the guy you know, the decathlon?
Twin Lakes.
Not that I know him.
Okay.
9 miles to the south, inbound for landing, runway 9. Twin Lakes.
Person County traffic, Cessna 906 Papa, turn left base, runway 6, Person County.
Person County traffic, Diamond Star 29 Delta Sierra, clear the active, taxi back to 6, person.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, left base runway 4, Siler City.
Well, this is pretty much what it was like when I was here the other day.
Decathlon on the go, Person County. Person County traffic, Cessna 906 Papa, turning final runway 6, full stop, Person County.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, final, runway 4, Siler City.
What do you want me to do first?
Oh, you can do the steep turns first if you want to.
Okay, let me get a good number here.
Clear traffic south to San Jose Bravo Golf, 5 miles to southeast, the entering 45 downwind for runway 13, Blue Ridge.
Decathlon left downwind 6, Person County.
I'm going to try without doing the roll first.
If you add a little bit of power, it'll help.
Person County traffic, Twin System 96 Pump is currently active.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, left downwind, runway 4, Siler City.
You're kind of hanging at 30. You're getting 30 to 40 degrees of bank. 30 isn't really considered a steep turn. Need to be somewhere closer to that small hash mark to the left.
I'm going to start over. I'm going to get back to 0. That's where I started.
And that adding about 100 RPM does a couple of things for you.
Okay.
One is it does help pull your nose up.
Okay.
And B, it helps you not lose airspeed.
Okay.
If you overdo it, then you could, if you started about where you are, about 22,
All right.
get it trimmed and all that, and then as you roll in, add about 100 RPM.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon
Okay.
93 Victor, left base, runway 4, Siler City.
Now, if you fail to add the RPM, you're still going to be okay as far as the numbers, but you're, slow. When you bank 50, when you bank 45 degrees, the back pressure in the turn causes the plane to slow down. So that's 30. There's 45.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, final, runway 4, Siler City.
Now, if you go over around 60, it's going to get a lot tougher. There you go. And ideally, start rolling out about 20 degrees before you get there. You don't have to do it near as abruptly. So easier to control the plane. Look at your attitude.
Honda traffic, Diamond 472 Bravo Lima, a mile.
No, if that tip of that corner is below the horizon, you will lose altitude.
Blue Ridge, south of San Jose Bravo Golf, turn left, base for runway 13, Blue Ridge. Person County traffic, Diamond Star,
Just kind of feather it around to 0 and ease your power back. Because see how that nose went way up when you did that?
Yeah,
So that's where you did a good job. You held it in the altitude all the way around. But you got to basically not let it gain 200 as you roll out as well.
Okay. All right, let me get down again.
So right at the top of the green arc?
Yes.
That's where I should start?
Yes.
Okay.
Alvarez left base, runway 4, Siler City, full stop.
And this maneuver is all about demonstrating that regardless of what you
Traffic
need to
down
do,
to
you
Bravo
can
Lima.
control the plane.
Gonna cross
Okay.
midfield at
So again, it doesn't have to be
1,800,
super smooth or
short approach
anything.
for runway
Okay.
5.
It has to be within the perimeters.
First County, Decathlon, left downwind 6, person.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, left downwind runway 4, Siler City. Traffic in sight on final.
Person County, left base 6, Person County.
If you can see gold over the nose, you are going to go down. You want to see blue only. There you go. Now let off the back pressure as you roll out.
Turn left, downwind, runway 13, Blue Ridge.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, left base runway 4, Siler City.
Person, final 6, person.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, final runway 4, Siler City.
All right. Not especially smooth and pretty, but they'll pass. That's the passing is what you're after.
Good. Hit motion sickness?
All right, let's do a power off stall.
Okay. Should I stay in this area pretty
Yeah.
much? Because I don't want to go too close to...
Or you can turn around and head south.
Yeah, let me go south.
Person County,
Get close to Virginia, to the William Tuck.
Don't climb. Remember, you're demonstrating you're the master of the beast.
Cessna 96, Papa departing runway 6, departing traffic in sight. And Blue Ridge traffic, 572 Bravo Papa has departed the traffic pattern to the east, Blue Ridge.
Blue Ridge traffic, Columbia 7470 Lima is a high left downwind, runway 13, will be departing the area to the west, Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge, Cessna 73 Bravo Golf, turn left base, runway 13, Blue Ridge. Person left downwind, 6 person. Blue Ridge, Cessna 73 Bravo Golf, turn left final, runway 13, Blue Ridge.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, left downwind
This
runway
is a
4,
full
Siler City.
flap land stall.
Okay. So just hold it.
Altimeter 3.
Person County traffic, Cessna 96 Papa departing the pattern to the north.
Get it over with. All we're doing is falling out of the air right now. Now,
First and left base, 06 first.
he is going to judge you as much on your recovery as he is on getting the stall done. Because what the whole purpose of this is to come in and balk a landing or bounce a bad landing or whatever it is and be able to not crash the airplane. And so if you're doing that, especially off a shorter runway, or maybe you're coming in to land on a 2,000-foot runway and all of a sudden you say, hey, I'm too hot, fast, and high, it's time to go around.
First final 06 first.
That's what you're practicing for.
Okay.
So he wants to see always wide open power, control of the pitch, and then start the cleanup.
Okay. I couldn't get this in.
I know, but power, you didn't go wide open power. You went about, I don't know, 1,800, 2,000.
All right, I'll do it again.
Okay. And he wants to see directional control as well.
Okay.
I left down one runway 5.
Order Big Burger. Fantastic. Person County, Decathlon on the go.
Get out of it. So you're right on the edge of a spin. All right? How do you get out of it?
Right foot,
What else?
opposite aileron.
What else? No, ailerons typically want to be neutral.
Person County, Decathlon departure.
What else?
Okay. I don't know.
Break the damn stall.
City traffic.
I let go.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
You might have thought you did, but you didn't. You were hauling back on it.
All right.
Something like that, 69.
Well, that was a good lesson for me.
It was.
Hell yeah.
The reason I didn't take over.
I'm glad you didn't.
City on the RNAV.
But
So, the reason it tried to turn was because of your feet.
I didn't put enough right rudder.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
when it starts to go, you got to get enough foot to stop it. You know, you don't want it to go back the other way.
Traffic Baron, 584, following the diamond.
You don't want it to go back the other way, but you've got to get it out of that stall.
Okay.
Traffic, Decathlon.
And you got to not let it turn using your feet, whatever that looks like.
Traffic
Okay.
on the RNAV inbound.
All right.
Spray, so you're
And then from there,
try to stay out of your way.
um,
Roger that, easy.
you got, you know, it's so counterintuitive to your brain
Let go.
to push forward or relax when the nose is coming down and you think you're about to lose control of it. Your brain says, I can go up if I pull back.
Correct.
And, you know, that's a really natural instinct to have. Unfortunately, it's wrong.
Yeah.
You got to break the stall.
Okay.
And worst case, literally let go of it for a moment.
Okay.
All right, so this time we're not going to do that. We're just going to do a stall, okay?
That was not planned, just in case you wondered.
All right. But yeah, it was doing its damnedest to break into a stall spin, but at least you didn't let it get too far gone.
Tyler City traffic, Decathlon 8693 Victor, turning left.
Yeah, it's the reason we do these at 3,000 feet.
Tyler City. Tyler City traffic, Cherokee 80 Alpha.
Work your feet.
Final on the RNAV.
Feet point to nose. All you're looking at is blue sky. Look around the corner where you can see the ground. So if I'm looking at blue sky, I got no idea where I am. See how quickly, once you did let go, how quickly it went
Yep.
back to flying?
Yep. This thing is stuck. You noticed that? It happened a second time.
You don't twist it, you just literally push the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was better. but then we don't really want to get quite that into the spin, but at least
I need to get another one.
you did a lot better at recovering from it.
Yeah, I need to practice this for sure. Okay. It's bad medicine, you know. I gotta take it. Let me get back to 3,000.
And you're not over pitching up or anything. You know, you're doing okay there. But if you aren't looking out the corner where you see the horizon, you're creating a problem that's solvable. Because if I'm looking up here and all that's up there is blue, then it's really tough to tell if I'm beginning to turn. I can feel it, but I can't really tell. But if you look out right out that corner right there, then it's easy. All the way out. All the way out. Where are you looking?
Right.
Don't pull back.
I don't know why I picked up this really bad habit. What the hell?
Now you got to be in control here. What's the plane doing to you? Fixing to do another stall?
Right. That's the stupid thing. I
It's
forgot.
up to you.
I know.
Okay.
Get away from the sun. I'm getting a little angry with myself.
Well, and I can tell the frustration.
No, it's. I got to get through this. It's just ticking me off a little bit. That's all.
Well, keep in mind that some of a good ending is setting up a good approach. And if you aren't thinking through what you've got to accomplish and how you're going to do it, and just kind of setting up one piece at a time only to find out the plane's getting ahead of you or whatever. So right now, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, first thing, let's get the plane dead level. I know it's bouncy and all that, but let's get it as level as we can, normal cruise. Let's start from a level tabletop.
Okay.
So not a climb. So looking out the windshield, I'm going to push over to level flight. I'm going to set a power. I'm going to trim it if it's not trimmed. And, you know, if I'm going to normally do this at 2,200 RPM or 23 or whatever, so that I'm not battling the plane going into the deal. You know, I'm not going to wear myself out literally getting ready.
John, if you're ready, we can extend for you.
So from there, now I'd set it up like a landing.
Okay.
So you got the controls.
My controls.
So carb heat, power back to about 1,700 or 15 if you want to. As soon as you're at 85 knots, you can start, or even a little higher, you can go a little bit of the flap. At 85, you can put them all in if you want to.
Siler City.
Keep it level. Don't let it pitch up. Don't let it pitch up. Don't climb here.
Okay.
It's nice and level. All right, power all the way out. And now give me a stall. Just pretend you're landing. Now, make sure you look around the nose, not over it, because you can't tell quick enough what's going on if you're looking over it. Don't let it turn. A lot better recovery.
That might have been a little premature to the break.
But you relaxed.
Yeah. And I guess that was part of what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that I could get that done.
Okay.
All right, let's try it again.
All right, so take your time.
Okay.
Get everything the way you want it, and then start. But you got to do all 4 dimensions at one time. Now here, don't let it climb, because all you're doing then is losing your speed a lot quicker than you really want to. And when you got it all together, good, that's the way you use your feet. Now pull the power all the way out and give me a landing. Just like you'd land on the runway. Give me a landing.
Thank you, sir.
Right there. Now, you don't necessarily have to do quite that. I mean, it worked. We only lost 100 feet.
I'm going from one extreme to the other.
But you see,
There's a happy medium, believe me. I'll get there.
but you're actually probably reinforcing the idea that if I get off that yoke, it's going to fly. His nose may go way down. He ain't going to bust you for the nose going way down,
Right.
as long as you don't leave it there,
Right.
you know, and lose tons of altitude. But you'd like to do it you'd like to be about 2/3 that way and 1/3 not enough.
Okay.
So you'd like to relax the pressure without letting the nose go much below about where you would normally glide.
Okay.
Say again?
Now I do want to do a
And then you want to be smooth with it, because if you yank on it, that's where you get your secondary stall.
Left downwind.
Well, I didn't really yank. I'd let it go.
No, you did fine
I let
on
it
that
go.
part. You let it go.
I jammed this thing in too hard, probably.
Well, that will help you bring the nose back up.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
You want to do a power on or do another one of those?
Let's do another one of those.
Okay.
Because the power on will scare the hell out of you if it gets away from you. It'll roll over in a spin, and you'll say, "Oh shit!" Might actually even no, it doesn't go there.
Don't even go there. All right, I'm gonna try to get back to 3.
Okay. So take your time. Don't rush.
Okay.
Now, don't let it get real slow before you get all the flaps in and set up, because you don't want this stall to happen until you decide it's time.
Okay.
If you lose your speed now, and then you put the flaps in, and it just gets slower and slower, now the stall's going to sneak up on you, and you aren't ready for it.
93 Victor, left face, runway 4.
Which is real life, actually, what happens, but that's not what you want to happen on your check ride. Put power all the way out.
Hanover traffic 1.
Don't let it turn. Don't look dead over the nose. Don't do this on the gauges.
Inbound to
Do this looking outside.
At 1,500 feet for a right teardrop entry to the downwind.
You're doing what I told you. Let go. You're doing it.
Well, but did you feel the brake? I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not crazy.
No, you had a brake on it.
Okay.
So let me do one for you.
Perfect.
So I'm going to go back up like you do. I'm going to go back up to 3,000.
Looking traffic, Liberty 154, 3 miles to the west of...
I'm going to do a 90-degree left clearing turn.
And
Okay.
we're inbound for runway 24 with teardrop from there. Traffic 63 miles departing the traffic pattern area to the northwest. Brookfield traffic, Skyhawk 988, 74 Echoes, 5 miles to the north.
Okay, as I come out of this clearing turn, I'm going to go ahead and start setting up the deal. So I'm holding 3,000 feet, give or take, about 1,800 RPM. And as I get slowed up a little bit, I'm going to start feeding in a little bit of flap, and then I get to 85, I can feed all the flaps in. I'm basically just keeping it level. Okay? As it slows down, now I'm perfect. Power coming all the way out. All right, time to land this puppy. So I'm going to look around just like I do in a landing, slowly bring that nose up, keep it straight by looking out. Holding at a pitch up that I'll land at, keep coming back on the yoke, right there's the brake. Power coming in, nice easy relaxation on the yoke, recovering up and starting the flaps coming up.
We're just getting ready to overfly the field.
Okay.
All right, you have the controls.
My controls. So
And you could relax a little bit quicker than I did if you wanted to.
I noticed that you held on to the yoke.
Yeah, I held onto it.
You always hold on to it?
But I relax as I do it.
But letting go is not a good idea.
No,
I'm just trying to train myself to not hold on.
No, the deal with letting go is if you don't know what else to do with it, let go of it and let it sort itself out. The ideal is for you to know what to do with it,
Okay.
which is to relax the back pressure.
Right.
Whereas the first 2 or 3 we did, you may not have been aware of it, but you were sitting back here fighting it.
Yeah. I'm not fighting it anymore.
We're going to be departing area to the west. Final call.
Wake me up when you get through the next one,
What does that mean?
because I'm not that relaxed.
Are we doing another power off?
Another power off.
Going to do that until we have to do the final one, and then that's going to be the last time I have to do stalls?
Yep.
Okay.
Tyler City traffic, Decathlon.
So again, just think of it as setting up a landing. Just exactly, virtually exactly like you'd set up a landing is what you want to do. Just make sure you're in the airspeed range if you're going to go past 10 degrees of flaps.
Tower 50, Eagle Alpha Zulu, downwind, runway 4,
Right, let off the pressure.
Decathlon, Tyler City
Don't
traffic,
pull up
Decathlon
yet.
93 Victor,
Okay,
runway
so you've
4,
climbed 200 feet.
Tyler
Just
City.
keep it level, let it slow down, take your time, take a deep breath, pull the power all the way out. Okay? No, don't pull.
Why
don't
not?
pull. Because you want to stay relaxed. Now
I'm going
land,
down.
Now land. It's okay to lose a little
Okay,
bit.
all right.
Now land the airplane.
Okay.
You're doing it like a commercial stall. A commercial ride, you're supposed to not lose altitude. Work those feet as needed. Easy on them, but work them. Don't let it turn. Don't let it turn. Better. That's a lot better on how you relax the back pressure.
I held on.
A lot better.
Traffic Liberty 154.
So now we've proven that if you let go of it, the plane won't kill you.
Yes.
And now that we know that, now we can kind of make friends with it
Okay.
by easing the yoke out. But don't rush into it. You know,
Okay.
The criteria for this, if you lose 100 or 2 feet getting ready, that's not something that's wrong.
Okay.
What you don't want to have happen is for it to boom and you hit you and you weren't aware it was coming.
Okay.
And if that means setting it up like a landing,
I didn't realize I could lose altitude.
yeah, you can lose
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
You know, you lose 500 feet, you aren't demonstrating you're in control, but lose 100,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay.
And again, that's why I keep saying, think of it as how you do a landing. And then land the plane to a full, just like a short field landing, soft field, where you're going to carry it hopefully down to the buzzer, except we're going to carry it slightly past the buzzer into the brake.
Okay.
All right. And then
Traffic,
think of it as, well, the main gear's on the ground, now it's time to relax the nose wheel.
Okay.
And if you lose a little bit of altitude in the recovery, that's okay too. You don't want to lose 300 feet, but if you lose a little bit, but you don't do a secondary stall, then you've met the criteria.
Okay.
All right, let's do a couple of clearing turns and go back the other way.
Okay.
Now, in theory, you're supposed to do clearing turns for these stalls.
Okay.
Now,
Well,
again, if you just finished a steep turn, that counts as a clearing turn as long as you go ahead and get right into the game. If you sit and ride 5 minutes and then get in, then do it, that doesn't necessarily count.
I shouldn't ask. I should just automatically do it. If he says, I need you to do a stall, I should do a clear and turn first.
That's correct.
Okay. And let him tell me no.
That's correct.
Okay.
And if he decides he doesn't want to need to see clearing turn or whatever, then you can not do them.
Okay.
Tyler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, left face, runway 4, Tyler City.
Tower City traffic, Eagle Alpha Zulu is downwind, runway 4, 1
And again, don't look over the nose doing these. Look around where you can see the horizon.
Okay. What's next?
Another power stall.
Power off?
Are off.
Okay.
Full flap, no power.
Okay.
No traffic at Station 3, Charlie. Charlie, we're about 10 miles east. We'll plan to cross over midfield, left traffic for 5 minutes. Bring traffic, Liberty 154 on the Alpha India for runway 24 Berkeley. Parkdale traffic, Cessna 2935.
Use your feet, not your ailerons. Keep pulling on it till you get the stall. Use your feet. See it trying to turn right? Either you're pushing too hard on the right or you're not pushing hard enough on the left or something.
Okay.
Traffic on the crossing. We've got the traffic.
What I could see is I could see the right wing dropping. And if it drops, it's going to try to turn, and you don't want it to turn. So you basically...
left foot?
Well, then if you're not careful, you get to over-cross control. You may set yourself up to spin to the left.
That's what I'm scared of.
Okay.
The right rudder is more important than left.
In general, yes. It's more important that you just think of it as, I don't care which way it's trying to turn, the opposite foot keeps it from happening.
Okay.
And if it reverses itself, you reverse your feet. It's whatever it takes. But it's also the gauges, you know, if you're trying to use gauges or you're trying to look at blue sky, it's really hard because the gauges don't respond quick enough.
I'm looking at the rivets.
Lined up with what?
Just whatever I'm close to. Like there's a patch of brown up there.
Okay.
If that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So suppose it's literally a bluebird day. There is not a cloud. There's no brown. There's no anything in the sky.
I have to look over here.
Right. So let's just look over there to start with.
Okay.
Now, you can glance back and forth. You don't have to stare at any one thing. But as you get ready to do that stall, you want to be looking where you can see the ground.
Okay.
It's the same thing with the landings. If you get in the flare and you've got the nose so high that you can't literally see anything, then you don't know where the runway is. You're hoping it's still where you thought it was, but you don't know.
Yeah, John, we're stretching out on this one. We're high every time.
So let's turn right, head south, and we'll do it heading south.
Okay.
Cessna 29350, turning left base for 24 Brookdale.
Siler City traffic, Decathlon 93 Victor, final runway 4, Siler City.
Happy with flight.
What is that green patch over there?
Wheat or barley or whatever.
I mean, like the building in the middle?
No, that's a farm.
Oh, wow, it's a big farm.
Yeah, basically, it's Mayo Farm is the name of the business, and they basically their product is straw.
Okay.
You know, they harvest the wheat or the barley or whatever, oats, whatever it is, as well, but mainly they bale the straw and sell it.
Okay.
Siler City traffic, Eagle Alpha Zulu space, final runway 4. Contact 1 Siler. Brookdale traffic, Liberty 154, turning to the crosswind 424 Brookdale.
Now, once you're here, don't keep the power in, because all that does is prolong the agony. Brake. Oh, there you go. Now that'll pass, okay?
Good.
A little bit abrupt, but it'll pass.
Okay.
Bring your traffic, Liberty 154 on the downwind for runway 24 from there.
Brookdale traffic, Cessna 29350 on the go, staying in pattern.
Okay, next thing we got to do is a power on stall.
Okay. So I get to 55.
Yep, thereabouts, or just barely hear the buzzer tipping in.
None of this, none of that.
And keep it straight, don't let it turn. Whatever head you're on right now is where we ought to roll out of this, or where we ought to be when we recover from it.
Okay.
Brookdale traffic, Liberty 124, 10 miles to the northeast.
Now, the other thing is if you keep the ball centered,
714, leaving for you guys in the
it's
center.
never going to spin. If that ball's out one side or the other, you're setting yourself up for a spin.
In here with us. Gotcha, thanks.
And then, in this case, you may need a tiny bit of aileron to keep it from turning, but the ball needs to be centered. And you can back the power off a little more if you want to get it over with.
Line 93 Victor, left face,
Good.
runway 4, Siler City.
Brookdale traffic, Cessna 29350, turning left
right.
downwind.
From here, go. No, well, I'm sorry. You're right. My mistake.
Siler City traffic, final.
Let the nose see you're now to 70 knots.
Siler City.
So just, and again, over the nose is not where you want to be looking. Don't let it turn. Put the ball back in the center of your right foot. Get it over with. Right foot. Don't let it turn.
Is that it?
Well, you really never got to a stall. Got the buzzer, you got recognition of a stall. That's what a buzzer is.
I know. I thought I felt it. I thought I felt
Well, maybe a tiny bit of buffeting. Nose it never actually dropped.
it. Okay.
But again, don't your feet keep it from turning to some degree, but you don't want to feel like you're sliding around in the seat. You want the ball centered
Left face.
and maybe a tiny bit of aileron to keep it from rolling one direction or the other.
Okay.
So there are times that you get a slight amount of cross control in this. It's usually very minor, but there may be a need to do a slight amount.
Okay.
And the other thing is you're basically kind of hanging it on the prop. It's just sitting there hovering. And if you pull a tiny bit more, you'd have it over with.
All right. Let me try it again.
Okay?
Bring your traffic, Liberty 154, returning to the crosswind for runway 24 from there.
So about 1,500 RPM, maybe a little less. Otherwise, it takes forever to slow down. It'll probably eventually get there, but it'll take forever. And all that time, your brain's saying, "Oh shit, I don't want to do this. Oh shit, I don't want to do this. Oh no, don't make me." Hey, Mr. Custer, don't make me go.
6, we're going to be circle to land and then go mist. And,
All right, so you're looking good. Now don't let it start sinking on you because it definitely won't slow down.
It's about 4 miles to
So
the
gradually bring your nose up to stop the sink.
and we're still trying to figure out how we're going to enter the pattern.
Working those feet, good. I like that. Keep coming back on the yoke. Doing good. Keep pulling back slowly.
From there.
Keep coming back on it. You work those feet. Don't let them quit on you. whatever it takes. Now, you got to get the nose up a little bit higher, maybe, and then hold it and add power. Let the nose come up. Don't let off. Don't let off. We want the nose to come up. We don't want to pick up speed, which happens if you relax. Looking around the nose, out ahead of you, around the nose, because that way I can tell if it's turning. And keep coming back till it breaks. Keep pulling on the yoke. Pull. Don't let it turn. Don't let it turn. Pull. 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 Right on the edge of it. It's wobbling.
Damn, just think about that bad medicine. Nobody wants to take it.
That's it.
I'm not taking it, apparently. I need to do it
All
again.
right, I have the control.
Oh, God.
Brookdale traffic, Cessna 29350 on the go, headed out of the area.
I feel sorry for these people.
Brookdale.
They aren't paying attention. If they aren't pilots, they don't look up when they hear a plane.
That's true.
They're pilots, they'll say, man, he's doing stalls. Look at that boy.
He's not pulling hard enough.
And that's the answer. Trying to get where the sun's not going to be in your eyes so bad.
I deserve it.
Okay, so you're doing fine through this part.
Okay.
So you got the power back about 15, and we're just going to hold altitude, let it slow down. We may have to help it by pulling up a tiny bit. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Climb a tiny bit, not a big deal. Basically trying to get this to happen. So I'm using my feet. I see it rolling, a little bit of aileron, a fair amount of foot. All right, so ball centered, power coming in, nose comes up of its own accord. When it quits, tiny bit of right foot, and pull just a tiny bit more. And there's that stall trying to happen. Got the good shake out of it, didn't really get much of a break. I relaxed a little bit once I felt it rolling and got that right foot in.
Okay.
So we didn't really get a good break on that one, but I got the good shudder out of it. All right?
Would that count?
Probably.
Okay.
We got you inside as well, Brookdale.
So one of the things that you did that I don't do is you wait for the stall horn, then you add the power. I didn't do that last time.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
The advantage to doing that is you get it over with sooner.
Okay.
And getting it over with sooner has some real merit to it when you don't want to take the medicine. It's like, okay, Mom, I hold my nose. Oh.
All right.
Brookdale traffic, Sky 6004 Romeo, going miss.
All right, you have the flight controls.
My flight controls. Do you want me to get back down?
No, you can do it from here. I'm good.
Okay.
Scratch that, we're just going direct move ahead. We'll get out of here, Brookdale.
Hey, you're doing great with your feet. Just keep working them like you're doing. Whatever it takes. Right foot. Don't let it turn.
4-liter taxi back to runway 4 runway.
Remember, when you add the power, it wants to turn left. As you pull up, it wants to go left. All right, keep coming back. You're right there. Just gradually pull back. Just pull, 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 pull. Feel that? A tiny bit of more right foot. Pull. You're right on the edge of it.
Wide downwind and runway 7 will be taking a left base.
I felt it, but what am I feeling?
You felt a stall. The question is he going to accept just a stall, which is the buffeting, or is he going to say, all right, carry it to the brake? The brake is when the nose drops a little bit and you can't help it.
So tell me, what is the requirement? Either
Depends
one?
on what he says.
Okay.
He could say first recognition. That
Okay.
would be the buzzer.
Okay.
But in all likelihood, on a power-on stall, he's going to say carry it to the brake. Full stall.
Okay. Is that because people don't want to do it?
No, it's because if it happens near the ground, you better do it right.
Okay. right, I'm going to get up.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get too far away from the airport. We're about 10 miles right now, so we're way out here.
So what do you want to do?
180 at least on the heading.
Okay.
Trouble is, if I turn you towards the airport, the sun's going to be in your eyes.
That's fine. Your eyes, too.
This is true.
Traffic 089 is on a wide left base. Brookneal traffic, Liberty 124, 2 miles southeast, setting up for left downwind 24 Brookneal.
Traffic moving 09 hotels on the left 45, downwind 4, runway 7, number 2.
Don't let it turn. You know, remember, as you feed the power and the pitch, that right foot's got to push just a little bit more than it was doing. All right, keep pulling. You got it. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Well, you're right on the cusp. I mean, you're so close to that edge that if it were a sharp knife, you'd be cutting your feet. That's how close you are to getting it done.
All right, let me...
But it's just not
try
quite
it again.
actually breaking.
All right.
The number is
So, I have a question.
All right.
What's the danger of me waiting too long to break it?
Pretty much nothing.
Okay, that's what
it's going to drop and recover itself. Remember early on where I just held it back and let it sit and bump and do this?
Yeah.
Well, do the same thing.
I just want to make
It's
sure.
a lot steeper.
Because I just want to make sure that if because I have a fear of causing an issue if I hold too long.
That you can't recover from.
Right.
And there is no such thing.
Okay, so that's good to know. Knowledge is power.
The only place that would really mess you up is if you got into the spin and didn't recover. That would be bad news. But the plane, once it drops, it's going to do the same thing, whether it's power on or power off. It's going to try to fly, as long as you don't let it turn. I think for a lot of pilots, me included early on, there was a lot about building confidence that the plane wasn't trying to kill me. Again, those feet, if they aren't moving a tiny, tiny bit, you're probably not doing something right. Okay, you're close. Now keep coming back on the yoke. You got another 3 inches to pull. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it.
I felt it.
Right there it broke, right at the very end.
Okay.
Just as you were letting go, it started to let go.
Okay.
And see, the problem is that your inner ear feels, your body feels that 10G. When it's that steep and it lets go, it's right at 1G.
Okay.
And so your brain says, I'm falling, and that scares most people.
No, that doesn't scare me as much as the spin earlier scared me.
Well, that I can appreciate. I can appreciate that.
But you did the right thing. You did fix it.
Just talked you out of it.
And
got you off the ledge.
I will never hold on to that again.
Got you off the ledge.
You learn from your mistakes. So where we go next?
All right, let's go west.
Okay.
Due west.
And we're just going to do what?
Head towards the airport.
Okay.
Brookfield traffic, Liberty 124, left crosswind, turning left downwind.
What's right there?
That's it.
Further traffic, Cessna Century, Bravo Golf.
You want me to get downwind for 6?
Well,
We
let's
should
get a
listen.
weather report and see what the weather's doing. So, do the same thing on the bottom one.
Observation 2004 Zulu, weather, wind 150 at 3, visibility 10, clear below.
So 15, you could use either runway you want.
Yeah, I was going to say it's pretty...
Celsius. 2 point.
What do you want me to do?
Up to you, you're the man.
3043.
Yeah, I should be listening. What if people are using 6?
Well, I don't think there's anybody there.
Well, but they've been using 6.
They have.
So I'm going to use 6.
Okay.
Automated
That's my reasoning.
2004 Zulu.
I mean, it's a dead crosswind. It really doesn't matter.
I understand, but...
So 6 is fine.
Yeah. I was just going to do that.
So 7 miles out.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is 7 miles up from the airport, heading into runway 6, Person County.
Brookfield traffic, Liberty 124, left base 24.
I should have said it was east of the airport. Oh well. Well, my fault. So I should enter at the 45, right?
Brookfield traffic.
That would be recommended.
Turning to the downwind for runway 24, Brookfield. Liberty 154.
Wilkes County traffic, Gulfstream 521 Golf Victors, 30 miles northwest, descending out of 14,000. We'll be landing straight in for runway 19 Wilkesboro.
See what we can do. Liberty 124, we'll go ahead and extend our upwind an extra mile or two, Brookfield. We're going to extend the downwind, Liberty 154. Sounds like a plan, Brookfield. Brookfield traffic, Liberty 124, turn left, cross 124, Brookfield.
Person County traffic, Skyhawk 2 Echo Romeo is going to be entering the 45-degree downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Brookfield traffic, Liberty 154 on the final for runway 24, Brookfield.
Brookneal traffic, Liberty 124 in the left downwind 24. We got the upwind traffic in sight, looking for our company on final, Brookneal. And Brookneal traffic, Skyhawk 74 Echo turning to the left crosswind behind the 1 Liberty, and then they'll be departing to the south, Liberty, or Brookneal.
Wilkes County traffic, Cessna Skyhawk 9. Brookneal traffic, Skyhawk 6004 Romeo 1, the RNAV 24. We're going to be overflying the field at 1,200 feet, Brookneal. Yeah, Wilkes County traffic, Gulfstream 521 Golf Victors, 20 miles northwest. Will be laying straight in, runway 19 Wilkesboro.
Brookneal traffic, Liberty 124 left base 24 touching go Brookneal.
I hear him in there.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 24, runway 6, Person County.
Brookneal traffic, Liberty 154 on the crosswind for runway 24, Brookneal.
Yeah, fly a rectangle.
Brookneal traffic, Skyhawk 6004 Romeo, 4 mile, final 24, Brookneal.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Brookneal traffic, Liberty 154, we're going to extend our downwind, Brookneal.
Remember, you got an airspeed limitation.
Brookneal traffic, Skyhawk 6004 Romeo, 2 mile, final. We're going to be overflying the runway at 1,200 feet and then departing to the west, Brookneal.
Good. All right. Bring me back around, do a soft field landing. Okay.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is on the go, remaining in the pattern. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Anyone coming off the runway train?
Yeah, that looked a little sketchy from here.
Way too close. And he's from our home airport too, so we'll,
Tell me he needs to get ADS-B out.
needs ADS-B.
Right foot.
From the traffic, Liberty 154 on the liner for runway 24, Brooklyn.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
No, think about all your parameters. What is it you want to do right now?
We'll follow you and
The whole picture, not just pieces of it.
Roger. Traffic, sundown on H62, 5 miles.
Brookfield traffic, Liberty 124, final runway 24, touch and go, Brookfield.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Brookfield traffic, Liberty 154 on the crosswind for runway 24, Brookfield. Traffic, sundown on H62 is crosswind for 13 Brewers.
Feet are getting really lazy there at the very end. Probably thinking so much about pitch control, your feet quit working. All right, bring it to a stop. Yeah, exactly.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, soft field takeoff.
Off-field takeoff?
That's short field you're about to do. There you go.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to rev up the engines and brake at the same time.
Only on the short. On the soft, you're trying to get the plane in the air, fight tall grass or snow or something. So you want to get that nose wheel in the air quick as you can, and you're not doing that. Now, this is a wide open deal. It'll fly without being wide open, but not real well.
All right, that was my mistake.
Okay.
Wide open is the key.
Well,
no brakes.
No brakes.
Hold the nose.
Hold the yoke
Hold
back.
the yoke all the way back.
And you don't have to slam the power in. You can smoothly put it in.
But it's got to go full.
But it's got to go full.
Okay.
All takeoffs and all stall recoveries are wide open. And I might add that if you actually are into a spin, now you don't want the power wide open. You want to get the power off so you don't accelerate coming down.
Okay.
Any more than you can help. Obviously, gravity is going to do it to you, but you don't want to assist. You get so fast that you now got problems on the overstressing the recovery.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Traffic, Sundown rate 62 is now final for 13 Village.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is downwind for runway 6, Person County.
So the soft field landing is to touch down gently and to keep the nose wheel in the air as long as you can. Because
So should it be a stall?
Huh?
Did I hear the stall warning?
Ideally, yes.
Because I did last time.
Yes, ideally, because you think of if this were real, okay?
Right.
If we were landing in a foot of snow, or if we were landing in a cow pasture because the engine failed, and it's soybeans, 2-foot tall soybeans, I want to land as slow as possible so that the plane doesn't flip over on me. I want to keep the nose wheel in the air as long as possible so that the plane doesn't flip over on me.
Okay.
The slower you go when you touch, the less likely it is. If you had to land in a lake, as slow as you can possibly touch down. Because the faster you're going, the more that water is going to stop your gear and flip you.
Further traffic, Ridley 154, rear departing to the west, final call.
Or if maybe you were purposely going to some grass runway and didn't realize the grass was very tall. You want to land with the nose in the air, keep it in the air as long as you can, and then once you can't, hopefully it comes down gently. You don't just, I'm done, and let go of it.
Right. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County. Same thing?
Yep.
Okay.
ground speed on Moonhead 205 Togo, 12 nautical miles.
Now feet put you on the center line.
For
Wings move you side to side, feet point to nose. All right, bring her to a stop. Don't slide the tires. Don't slide the tires. Just nice and gentle. Remember, you're trying to make friends with a vicious dog here.
You?
No, the airplane.
Oh, like you're the cat.
All
at
right.
the fireplace.
So another soft field takeoff. The yoke all the way back. Remember, the nose comes up, it blinds where you're looking. You've got to look around the nose as this happens. Good. Nose in the air. Better.
All right, so now you know what I'm worried about, right? Tail strike.
Well, and that's good.
I don't want to break your plane. You're running out of planes.
That's true.
I can't fly the other one.
Can't afford much more damage, that's for sure.
I can't fly yours. I can't find the fun one.
Well, and you're correct that the tail strike is something you got to be careful with on this maneuver.
Was I close to tail strike?
No.
Okay.
No, you did okay.
Was that passing?
The nose took a tiny bit long to come up, which means you probably let off just a smidgen, or maybe didn't have it all the way back. But other than that, you did okay. You got the nose in the air, and once it was there, you kept it there. You kept it going straight. We didn't turn.
Was that a pass?
Yeah, I would have passed that one.
Okay. I'm not just going for pass.
All right.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Another soft field landing.
Okay.
Now remember, it shouldn't land until you've used up all the energy. So it shouldn't touch down, bounce. And, if you took that bounce out of it, that touchdown, you would have done really well.
Yeah, there was a bounce.
But you shouldn't have touched. You should be aware of where the plane is enough so that you use up the energy before you touch.
And if I'm bouncing, that's not good if it's soft.
That's correct. Mainly it's not good because it means you got more speed, and that speed ultimately trips you. When you touch down in something really soft, it's like it tries to trip you. Put your nose first in the ground.
Right.
And the way not to do that's to be slowed up enough so that it can't do it. Control your pitch.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Now, this pattern looks a lot better because you didn't get low and then have to level out. And then this is always a full flap landing because that gets you the slowest you can possibly be.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was 30 or 40.
That's, in this airplane, unfortunately, it'll be 40. Feel that little bit of buffeting when you get there.
Yes, I do.
So use your power to make it work. If you need, don't let your speed decay on you. You're too high up. 60 all the way down to the flare. All right, power out. Hold it off.
Ah,
Hold it off.
was bad.
Hold it off.
Well, I failed, so I...
Hey, my friend.
What's that? I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
You don't fail till I tell you you failed.
Yeah. That's
what the examiner is going to tell you.
Yeah.
If you fail, I will tell you. Do not fail yourself.
You're right.
You fight as if your life depends on fighting.
As soon as I said that, I was like, shh.
Shouldn't have said that to Steve. I know he's going to play.
What's now? You doing this? Air controls? I guess so.
All right, you have the controls.
My controls.
Ease the nose down just a little bit and push over. Remember, once you're in the air, you're sure you're in the air.
Then you definitely push over.
Yeah, because you're got the buzzer.
I don't want to stall.
Exactly. The buzzer's on and we're climbing.
So you're confusing me. All this stall training, I was like, okay, keep stalling, keep stalling.
Don't stall, don't stall.
Oh, shit, I should have stalled.
All right, this time let's bring around and do a short field landing.
Okay.
Now, remember that we have a displaced threshold, correct?
So I can't land on that.
Can't land on that, but you want to land as short after that
Right
as
after
you can.
the line.
Okay.
Before the numbers.
Yep, just so we're, well, I mean, you can land on the numbers. That's still pretty short.
Okay.
If you're in the first 500 feet, I wouldn't complain.
Okay.
If you land a foot short, I will complain.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
But remember, as you're coming in on short final, don't let that airspeed get too slow. If you have to add power to keep it, add power.
Okay.
You know, your power is putting... Do you cook? Do any cooking?
Yeah.
So if you're cooking stew or soup or something,
Runway clear.
and you're trying to decide, do I put a little more salt in it or a little more pepper in it? What do?
Taste it.
Taste it. Then you decide whether you're going to put pepper or salt or whatever in it. Well, that tasting's equivalent to putting the full power in.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is downwind for runway 6, Person County. Somebody looks like they're taxiing.
I think they just landed.
How did I miss that? They didn't say a word.
I didn't know they were landing either till I saw them turning off the runway.
Damn, they didn't say a word.
I didn't hear them and I didn't see them on the scope.
I got the right radio. Like ATP?
I have no idea.
No, it does. Looks like you think they'd know better.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
No, it's not. It's a Mooney. Got that weird tail going forward.
never mind. Don't lose a lot of altitude till you slow down and set it up. Remember, what you're doing when you start the setup is you're trading off airspeed to get the plane under control. And if you're losing altitude all the way and you're still going really fast, you don't have the plane under control.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County. This is a full flap landing too.
That is correct. Slowest possible speed you can touch down and still be under control. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a dead-on stall, but the buzzer ideally will be on. Unless we get a touch of wind shear or something.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Remember, you've got to control this airplane on every place that can be controlled. The angle, the speed, the airspeed, and you've got power, pitch, turn ratio. You've got all these tools, and you got to figure out which one works so that we don't get slow. But we also don't want to come in wide open. So, you know, your balancing act. 65 is okay. I personally don't want to be 60 till I'm on a really short final, below 60. But you also got to bring it down. You can't hang it up here because then you won't be short. There you cook it. And now on the airspeed, not just staring. Your eyes got to be moving, your brain's got to be moving, your hands got to be moving, your feet got to be moving. Don't ever shove it that far. Good.
Wasn't that good?
I
gave you a heart attack.
You did when you shoved it that hard.
You all right?
Oh, yeah. All right, that's how you end up on the nose.
I know.
Okay. All right, short field takeoff from here. I understand that you know that you should go all the way
back.
All right.
It had done that.
Well, we're sitting on an potentially active runway. The last guy didn't talk. I don't want to be sitting here when he lands.
So this is, I'm sorry, short field takeoff.
Short field takeoff. This is the one you hold the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you want to climb no faster than 65 until you're well clear of the trees. The imaginary trees.
I'm at 64, now 67.
Well, 60 is more ideal. If you read the book, I think it says 59.
Okay. So how do I know?
But he'll give you a little bit of leeway on that. But if you're doing 80 and you're still, 20 feet off the runway, that doesn't cut it.
So how do I know how far I've gone before I can clear those trees?
I usually use a couple of 100 feet.
Okay.
Let me see your checklist for a second. Okay, it says max performance takeoff, flaps up, 59 knots until clear of trees. You're allowed minus more or less 0, call it minus 5, plus 10.
Okay.
So anything from 60 to 65 or so is going to be considered pretty good.
Okay. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
If you elected to use 10 degrees of flaps, which is gets you off the runway, but it hurts you before you get to 200 feet.
So what's your recommendation?
The trade-off is at 50 feet. So if I don't have an obstacle, I don't have, you know, I got coming out of Bobby Whitfield's strip that we went over to a few months ago. Well, there's nothing out off the end of that runway except a road. So if I get the thing in the air, I got room to accelerate.
Okay.
That would be where you'd use the 10 degrees.
Okay.
And same thing for soft field. We tend to sort of think that the 10 degrees of flaps on soft field will get you in the air quicker, but it will hinder you in the climb.
Okay.
You have to make a decision as to which way that works.
Okay. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Okay, now the short field.
Okay.
And the reality of the world is that short and soft tend to go together.
Person County traffic, Skylane 2057, Papa, 19 miles to the west. You're going to shoot practice approach for the Islet 6, Person County.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
There's some trees beginning to bud a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost spring. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County. But he's building a house. Wonder if they know there's an airport nearby.
One of the people that bought a house there did not.
Are you kidding me?
I should say it's not clear they didn't know there was a house there. They just didn't think anybody used it. I mean, a runway. They just didn't think anybody used it. They moved in, and now they're complaining like hell because airplanes flew over the house. Not sure what you did there, but it all has to do with where you're looking.
I thought it was the wind, but it surprised me just like that. But you're right, it should have been a go-around.
Well, when we bounce that high with no airspeed to mount anything, there isn't a good way out of it except get her out of there.
Yeah.
And those folks are about to look, maybe not, looks like they're about to put their airplane in my damn tie-down.
Want me to go buzz them?
Yeah, make them duck. Put a skid mark up the back of their airplane.
I guess it's first come, first serve.
My tie downs, they put it there, I'm untied. Move the tie downs.
Okay.
Actually, I wouldn't be quite that mean.
Sounds like it's your stuff, right?
It's my stuff. That's right.
Maybe put your name on it. Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Person County Traffic, Skylane 2057 Papa, 11 mile final, straight in, RNAV 6, Person County.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
National Aircraft Parachute Operations over Suffolk, 2 minutes, 14,000 and below. Look out, Suffolk.
Same thing?
Soft field.
Okay. I don't think that's yours.
Yeah, it looks like they might have moved it to the second one.
Yeah.
That's okay. There are tie downs on the second one. If they want to do that, I don't care. Those are mine as well, but I don't care because I don't have 2 planes sitting out here at the moment.
And there's still no word on Papa Alpha?
Nope.
Not even an update of saying, hey, we're still waiting?
Nope.
Traffic, Skylane 2057 Papa, 7 mile final, straight in, RNAV 6, Person County.
Okay, if you'll keep yours a little bit tight, we ought to be fine.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
Person County Traffic, Thomas Star 9, Kilo Bravo, 7 miles to the south, and overfly the field, and then I'll join the downwind for runway 6, Person.
Suffolk traffic, jump cruise away, 14,000 and below. Look out, Suffolk.
Person County Traffic, Archer 181 Foxtrot Alpha. Currently 11 miles to the west of the field. We're going to come inbound. Probably do a couple touch.
All right, let's make the turnoff. I'm not sure what last 2 or 3 you've done. You've changed where you're looking.
Final, straight in, RNAV 6.
And I'm not sure where that is unless it's way too close.
It's too close because I'm more conscious of hitting the marker on the road. That's part of my problem. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, because what you're doing is hitting or almost hitting and then snatching at it, and that's usually looking too close.
Right.
Person 2 Echo Romeo, clear the runway. Person.
I was too obsessed with hitting. You know what I'm saying?
What I think, Tom, is I think you tend to focus on one thing and have trouble putting the entire picture together. And it's not that you do that all the time you're flying, but at times it's like, well, you're focused so hard on altitude that you forget about heading, or you're focused so hard on the landing that you don't watch airspeed carefully enough. Or it's not that you're way off base on any of this, but what you've got to do is convince your brain to multitask.
Yeah.
Is to work and you know, to keep all the different pieces together at one time. To think, okay, I need to be at this airspeed at this place. I need to be at this angle. I need to be starting my flare, you know, when it looks like this. And when you get so you're overloaded focusing on trying to be perfect in one place, something else goes away.
Okay.
So it's a matter of trying to get everything to work together. And even if you're not perfect, if the touchdowns are pretty decent, you know, you're not bouncing it a lot, or a tiny bit maybe, but not much. You know, if you have to talk to yourself coming in, okay, I got to be looking 3 stripes ahead, or 2, or whatever you figured out works for you.
All right.
And just run all that through your head in the process. Don't hope that it shows up at the appropriate time. Just think through it.
Okay.
Person County traffic, Archer 101 Foxtrot Alpha. Just want to confirm that runway 6 is the active.
Runway 6 is currently the active.
Thank you.
But it's whatever you want to use.
Well,
Person County traffic.
It is be the one that
I just wanted to make sure that
it's about to land on, that's for sure.
Got the Cessna landing in sight.
good enough.
That ought to be good enough.